All right, in this video, we're going to figure out how do you know when you own a home whether you should stay put or whether you should purchase. So this is a section just for the owners of the buyers class. I know a lot of people that take this class are renters or first-time home buyers, but this is for all you out there who are already on this train. So the things I think you should take into consideration to figure out whether purchasing another home makes sense is first of all to check your value. So figure out what your home is worth. Now, you probably get tons of mailers from real estate professionals just like myself saying, I'll tell you what your home is worth. Or you've been online and you've seen a few sites that will give you a number instantly. Neither of those things are necessarily a complete picture. Both of them will help, but I think when they just tell you, you need to know how much your home is worth and then you can know whether or not you need to make a purchase, that's it. That's not it. That's part of the picture. And then the automated valuation models are algorithmic, meaning it's a computer trying to do a human's job. So I think you should engage a trusted real estate professional to actually run a comparative market analysis and tell you what your home is worth and also what your net proceeds from a sale would be. That means how much do you owe in a mortgage or any other seconds if you've pulled any money out. And plus all commissions, all costs, everything considered, how much will be in the bank at the end of the sale, at the closing. Using that, you can actually calculate your budget. So you know kind of the money that you're working with as a new down payment. You could also put some of it away to pay down other things or save, but you know how much you have for a down payment. Then calculate your budget. Figure out if you are willing to spend a little bit more than your current monthly housing expense or less or right in the same ballpark. And if you know how much you want to spend in a monthly payment and you know how much you're going to make, then you can speak to a lender who can kind of run backwards from that to see exactly what the price of the home that you should be searching for would be. And then when you know the price of the home, then you can start to really narrow down your priorities, right? So now figure out what it is about the home that you're in right now that you're trying to solve. Like, what are you trying to improve upon? And is that doable within that budget that you've kind of calculated, that price point? And then finally see what's out there, right? So now that you've got these three pieces, the next one I think is absolutely necessary before you really start doing anything to prepare your listing or do any repairs, any of that. Go out into the marketplace with an agent like a buyer and see those properties that could potentially replace yours, all things considered, for the right amount of money. And if those properties are more attractive, if you're walking into them and feeling really happy about what you're seeing and what is potentially possible, then it's probably worth it. Now, if you're walking into these houses and thinking, man, like this is all I can get, then, it might be that taking some money out of your house and just doing some improvements is a better option. And so the other thing to understand is that everything moves together. So if you are going to, in our marketplace that is highly seasonal, if you're going to sell in the spring and really take advantage of the heat of the market and maybe get a bidding war going on, if you purchase in the spring at the same time, it's going to be really difficult. If you're moving significantly further up the price range, then it's a little bit easier. If you're moving significantly down, but you have a lot of equity, a large down payment, then you'll be more competitive. But just know that, like I said, if it's easy to sell, it's going to be hard to buy, and if it's easy to buy, it's going to be hard to sell at that time. And finally, have a plan and just know what to expect. So one of the things that we do here on the Impact Team is we basically don't sugarcoat anything. We would rather be very thorough and disappoint you by telling you the truth about the situation before you start heading down a road that might not be right for you or just in the wrong direction, than tell you you can have everything you want and disappoint you later. So once you've crafted that plan, gotten out there, seen the houses, you know that it's something that you want to do, that's really when it's time to pull the trigger, start spending the money, doing what you need to do to prep the listing. That's it. All right, thanks.